Welcome back to my second channel, and if you're new here, hi, I'm Hope. Nice to meet you. We're hanging. This is a bit of a different video than normal because most of my videos are so fast-paced, so many different products, so much going on. But today, this is more like I've invited you over for a girls' night, and I'm gonna share all of my press-on nail knowledge that I have gathered over the last 15 years of using them, because I started using them way back in high school and college as an affordable manicure option. Okay, and then in my 20s, there was a time where I did go get my nails done at the salon, like acrylic nails, and they were always such great quality and so cute, but very expensive. And it got to the point where some of those sets were taking like nearly 3 hours when it was really like intricate art, and that was every few weeks. So then 2020 happened, and ever since then I have been a press-on nail girly exclusively. They are just so convenient to me personally, and it's so easy to fix them when they break. You don't have to go to the salon, you can just pop a new one back on. And if I want to like swap them out for something new every few days, I can. So if you've been wondering how to put them on properly, what makes a good press-on nail, what's a fair price to pay, and of course what brands are worth it, you are in the right place. Disclaimer, I am not a nail professional by any means, but these are just my opinions as a longtime user. Okay, in addition to talking about all of the different ones that I have tried, I also bought the best-selling press-on nails from every retailer to compare. I've already tried like 90% of them, but there are a couple in this video that I'm trying with you for the first time. It's gonna be fun. None of this is sponsored. I will put the links to all of these nails down in the description if you're interested in any of them. And if the link's gone or doesn't work, that probably means it's sold out. But we are going to start with one of my personal favorite platforms lately that I have really loved to buy press-on nails from, TikTok. With over 42,000 sold, I would say Glamnetic is one of, if not the most popular press-on nail brand of the moment, and for a pretty good reason. When you click this link on the listing, there are actually like 20 different colors within the bestseller collection, but this Madame one had a hot sticker next to it, so I'm guessing that is like the true most popular one right now. So she is $15.99, and it's so cute. So these are almond-shaped French tip. And before we get too far, I'm gonna give you guys a little tip. TikTok shop in particular. So they're $15.99, but Glamnetic is one of those brands that goes live quite often, and they'll do flash sales. So literally just last night, I was on TikTok shop and they popped up for $11.99. So that's how I find getting the best deals, is their live streams. So for each of these nails, I'm gonna get into everything that it comes with. So this one has 24 nails in the kit. It only shows 10, but then when you open it up, comes with your little prep kit. So alcohol swab, file, additional nails, glue, and then this little stick. And if you don't know what this little guy's for, he's two-sided. And I personally like to use the flattened side as like a little cuticle pusher, and then the sharp side. I don't know if this is like an official rule or if me and the other press-on nail girlies just do it, but if you take the sharp side and kind of scratch the back of the nail, rough it up a little bit, it will stick better. We're gonna get into like the official prep tips later in the video. Okay, but another thing I do want to talk about immediately, because it is so vital to your press-on nail journey, the glue. I have so many of these stinking little glues because most kits come with them, as you'll notice. However, I don't love them. They're like okay when you first open them up, but they just get really clumpy over time. And the way that the glue comes out, it's just so hard to get it even. So you'll end up with some really thick spots on your nail, some really thin, and then that obviously leads to them pulling up and falling off eventually. So instead of these, I would highly suggest investing in a brush-on nail glue. Okay, this one I think I got from my YouTuber friend Long Hair Pretty Nails was selling it, but like Glamnetic actually sells their own. I've used that one as well, and it's phenomenal. It honestly doesn't really matter, but there's just something about the brush that obviously helps it get so even, because the glue formula is probably basically the same, but I'm telling you, this will completely change your press-on nail journey. Can't recommend enough. Okay, back to Glamnetic. I would say these are a very good all-arounder press-on nail. Honestly, they're a tad tiny little bit on the thin side, so it's the type of nail that I'll have them on, and every few, maybe 2 or 3 days, one will pop off and I'll have to replace it, but I don't have too many complaints about them overall. Very beginner-friendly and obviously a decent price. TikTok Shop's #2 bestseller with almost 40,000 sold is Nailphoria, and specifically their winter collection. So once again, once you click into the listing, there are 24 different styles. And for this one, no specific one was like hot or popular. So I got this snowy sweet one. Look how cute it is, even though winter is like fully over. This little one with the bow, are you kidding? That's cute for any time. All right, I have to tell you, I adore Nailphoria. I actually got their nails for the first time back in a video. I can't even remember exactly the first time that I got one of these, but I have gotten several sets of their stuff since, both for videos and mostly just because I like them. Like, this isn't even for the video, but look at these 2 sets that I just got for spring, summer. They're so cute. Unbelievable. Okay, and then these ones are really cute. I'm kind of scared of how long and sharp they are, but they're just so mermaidy. So they obviously have all kinds of fun designs. They do a lot of the like 3D charmy type things, but they do it in a way where most of the charms fit pretty flat on the nail and they're pretty smooth so they don't snag on stuff, which is a huge plus. So there are pros and cons to these though. One con being they are obviously nearly double the price of the Glamnetic nails we just looked at due to the fact that these are handmade. And there's obviously like so much beautiful detail in them. Nailphoria is one of those that is typically cheaper on TikTok than on their website. And then on top of that, if you can get it during a live stream, they do those flash sales. So that's why I got these. Sometimes they also will do the like buy 3, get 1 free and stuff too. So look out for the lives. You may also notice that we just have 10 nails instead of like a pack of 24 or 30 like a lot of these nails we're gonna see. So you pick your size, small, medium, or large. But here's the problem for me personally, and I would imagine a lot of people. This little piggy is a small. These 2 little piggies are a medium. And these 2 are a large. So I just kind of average all that out and I typically get a medium across the board in all of my press-on nails and I make it work. It's not ideal, obviously, but it's kind of what you have to do and they only offer 3 sizes and 10 nails. Otherwise, I'd have to get like 3 different sets and mix and match and that would get so expensive. So, okay, back to the pros though. These last so long on your fingers, like even the long length ones. I think it's due to whatever the base nail that they use is. It's just really nice and thick. It has like a nice taper on this side that goes against your cuticle that's a little thinner, but the middle and the top is nice and thick, so they stay really stable on your nail. And then honestly, I think all the layers of paint and little charms that they add also help make them nice and sturdy, so I have never had a Nailphoria nail break, especially if you prep really well and use the brush-on glue. Also, another pro of these is they're so thick that you can drill off the old glue that's on the inside without damaging the design, so you can wear them over and over again, which is nice. Some of these more affordable nails, they're like a one-time use only because they just kind of get destroyed. But I am going to let you know my top 3 press-on nails at the end of this video, and I'm gonna be honest, these first 2, Glamnetic and Nailphoria, are definitely in the running. Oh, by the way, this is everything that Nailphoria came with. Is this like a car air freshener? That smells good. And then the prep kit, we have alcohol wipe, the world's worst nail file, but it is cute colors, glue, and I love their little stick it comes with. It's pink and sparkly, and it's extra sharp because it's plastic instead of the wood. And then they come with these little sticky tabs. These are my arch nemesis. I don't understand the purpose of them. I don't know why nails still come with them. If you guys use them, let me know, but I genuinely do not have a use for these. Even when I just put on nails for a photo shoot, I can't do them. They're terrible. I don't understand. TikTok's number 3 bestseller. I had to keep this one on the box because it came really cute. It's called NailHaven, and so many of their nails are actually within the bestseller page, but this shape is their true number 1 bestseller with over 30,000 sold. It's from their short almond collection, and specifically this SA16 butterfly style one has a hot sticker next to it, so that's the one that I got. And look how cute it's packaged. I love this. We got a little free gift. It's a little pack of hair scrunchies. Nice. Oh my gosh, these are even prettier in person. Wow. And then we've got our nail kit with 2 nail files, sparkly stick, glue, alcohol swab, and the little sticky tabs. Okay, these nails though, kind of a similar case to the Nailphoria. These look so cool in real life. I am seeing a theme here with a lot of these nails that I saw that are bestsellers, and it's short. So I'm curious what nail length you like, because I used to be a medium length girly through and through, if not long. but lately I have been enjoying the short. They're just so much easier to manage. I find that they pop off less, they break less. I also play PC games a lot, and this makes it way easier. It is nearly impossible to make quick keyboard movements with longer nails. So let me know which length you like though. Okay, NailHaven is basically like a budget version of Nailphoria. Their sets are around $12, so almost half the price of Nailphoria. I will say for the most part, I don't like their designs as much, but they're half the price, so it's kind of worth it. And then, like I said, these look even better in real life than they did in the picture, so it could just be their pictures aren't as good, honestly, because these are cute. They also come with 10 nails, but I will say this brand does offer extra small, as well as small, medium, large, which is cool. Yeah, you still just kind of have to gamble on how many of that size is actually gonna fit your hand, but okay, as far as how they feel, they're definitely stiffer than the Nailphoria, and it's a tricky balance because you do want a stiff, sturdy nail, but if it doesn't move with your natural nail at all, then it could pop off a bit easier. So I'm gonna say good thickness, a little too stiff though, that does concern me. You may be noticing I am not putting on every single nail. It feels like a waste to do that. So I'm donating pretty much all of these nails at the end of the video instead. I'll probably keep like 1 or 2 sets for myself, maybe the 2 that I love the most. And then other than that, I feel like there's some women out there that could really love and use them. So that's the plan. Okay, our next set, I wanted to find like a truly super affordable TikTok shop press-on nail to test, and their number 5 bestseller is $5. Okay, the seller is called Yuonique Nails, and then I was a little confused when this one showed up because it just says beauty nails. They have like 50 different designs, and MSQGD002 have the hot sticker on them, which I was happy about because they're these cute gold butterfly ones. These have, at the time that I found them, 12,500 sold. It kind of sucks that I did these after those ones that I just did because they're so well done with the design. So now I just kind of set these ones up for failure. They're fine. This one is a 24-piece set. I found it funny because in the photos, they have this really dramatic notice that says machine made. So I'm wondering if they were getting some reviews complaining about the quality of the print and the nail polish, and they just want to make sure you know they're not handmade. They do come with, I'm kind of surprised for $5 that they come with a prep kit, to be honest. 2 alcohol pads, same terrible nail file. I've used this exact nail glue before, it's one of the worst, but they gave you some at least. The sticky tabs and the cute glitter stick. The nails themselves. Oh, they came with 2 sets of sticky pads. They are just really trying to force these stickies on me, and I'm not having it. Okay, how do they feel? First of all, oh my gosh, they're so long. They are so long and so square. I am gonna scratch myself with these. Oh, they're really thin. When they're thin to the point of being see-through, that's when I really get worried, and that's how these are. My main concern with these actually is this charm. Did you see that? Slow motion replay, I barely touched it and the charm fell off. Anyway, what I was going to say before it just yeeted itself off the nail is these types of charms I actually can't stand because they get snagged on everything. Your hair, your clothes, your dog. Don't really like them as cute as they are. I'm gonna say these ones are a no-go for me, both this style, and I'm just not impressed by the actual like nail. I think that they're too thin and flimsy, and I'm not seeing enough pros to them to like give them an actual recommendation. So glad we tried them because they were number 5 bestseller, but we have some better really affordable options coming up, I promise. Speaking of long nails, if you guys missed it, in one of my recent unusual beauty videos that I did on my main channel, I tried these clip-on, clip-off nails, and I'm gonna let you watch that video to see my full experience, but these are so fascinating. So basically, you can either wear them this length, or you can pop that little top off and pop on this longer one. Boom. Such a cool concept, so good in theory. They just didn't really work. The tips pop off a bit too easily. I think by the end of the video, I don't remember if I even had any tips left. I think just from doing my makeup, all of them had fallen off, so. Next up, we have Walmart's top 3 bestsellers, and our first one is the Salon Perfect brand. These ones are $5.94. These are a long square shape. Is square really back in? Because I've been seeing short nails and I've been seeing a lot of square nails, which I find interesting. Okay, so these come with 30 nails. We've got alcohol prep pad, a pretty decent nail file, Salon Perfect brand glue, and your extra nails. Decent little prep kit for $5. Okay, how did they feel is the question. Not bad. Definitely better than those TikTok Yuonique ones. I love the matte finish to them. They are a little bit on the too bendy side, so I will say that, but for $5, no, those are pretty cute. And then these ones do have a 4.5 out of 5 star review. Users are saying that they are very durable, but it's sounding like the glue isn't great. I would imagine most people that are having them pop off, it's because they're using this glue, but I can almost promise you that if you use this brush on stuff with these, you will be very impressed that even the cheap nails stay on for a really long time. And then once again, I feel like these thin machine printed nails you can't really wear more than once, but since it comes with 30 nails, you still might be able to get 2 fresh sets out of it. Not bad for the price. Another thing I do want to talk about for those of you that are new to press-on nails is the age-old question, are these bad for your nails? So I will admit, when I was getting my nails done at the salon for those 3 years, it looks kind of gross, but these are my natural nails. That is nothing on them. They got to that length by simply going to the salon and getting like a good quality gel put over the top. So I fear I will never see those days again. My nails aren't in like terrible shape by any means. Like, they're hanging in there. Are they ever gonna get to that length again using press-on nails? Probably not. But like, do I care at the end of the day? Also, kind of not, because like I said, I'm kind of a short nail girly anyway, so. No, they're not the best for your nails, but as someone that's been using them for 6 years, I still have nails, so. Walmart's number 2 best seller is Impress. The color is 56 All Smiles, and the collection, now this is an interesting one, the No Glue Man. These are $7.47. And before you get absolutely terrified, these might surprise you. These might be a pleasant surprise. So there's 30 nails in here, and I'm actually gonna keep these nice because I'll probably end up donating these. But these ones I grabbed from my drawer because I have owned several pairs of these actually. So they come with 30 nails, and you get a prep pad, a mini nail file, a manicure stick, instructions, and no glue because they don't need any glue. So surprisingly, it sounds like it should be bad, right? Like, it sounds like it should be the equivalent of those little stickies that I hate, but no, it's actually really good. And other people are liking them too. They have 4.5 out of 5 stars. So here's how they work. There's pros and cons. I'll get into the pros and cons, and if you look really close, you can see the little plastic tab on the back. Inside's already sticky, and then you just, I'm gonna put it over this press-on nail, pop it on your nail, and they stick so well. I have never had one of these pop off. I mean, I typically only keep these ones on for a few days because that's what these are good for, in my opinion, is when you are in a hurry, you genuinely have 2 minutes, you don't want to deal with glue drying. So fast, so easy, really sticky. Like, so pros, very affordable, under $10, easy and fast, fairly durable. Cons, they will eventually lose their stick, so there's that. And then when you do eventually get them peeled off, the glue kind of leaves a little bit of a mess, so you do have to kind of scrub them with some oil and stuff to get that glue residue off. But overall, did not have high hopes for these, and they exceeded my expectations, so those exist. Okay, Walmart's 3rd best seller. I'm gonna be honest, this brand has been around so long, and I know it has a following of people that love them. I personally do not. This might be my least favorite press-on nail brand, but since it's a bestseller, we had to put it in the video. So these are the Kiss Everlasting French Infinite white French tip, medium length, squoval is the shape. I don't think I've ever tried a squoval shape. Okay, so these are $4.97. Comes with 28 nails, your typical nail glue. Whoops. Okay, I don't like the of Kiss nails. Sometimes the machine print works. There are definitely times the machine print works. I don't believe every press-on nail has to be hand painted, but I don't know. I feel like Kisses just look a little too fake and plasticky. They're also very thin. I don't know if you guys can see this on camera, but they're like completely see-through. Yeah, see? Oh, completely see-through. Pretty bendy. Like, these are the ones that I used in high school because they were so affordable, but like, they just, I know everlasting is their tagline, but they don't last. So these ones have a 4.2 out of 5 stars, so like a little lower than some of the ones that we've seen. Like I said, they're a long-time favorite for a lot of people, but they just not only pop off for me, but they just straight up break, like crack, break in half. So not a favorite in my opinion. I think there's better affordable nails out there. Before we move on to our next like big retailer, I want to talk about some handmade small business nails that I've bought. One of my personal favorite places to get nails is from small businesses, some of my subscribers' businesses, and Etsy. There are so many talented nail artists out there that I still love to support, but I also love the ease of a press-on, so this really is the best of both worlds. The one downside is a hand-painted, handmade nail is gonna cost a bit more. Like I would say a lot of these sets average $50 a set, maybe more. Here is one subscriber business that I get nails from. It's called Sweet Lily's Nails. Like look, these ones say Hope Scope in the charms. These are some of my favorite, very like 90s, so cute. Just such high quality. Pretty much every small business like this that I've bought nails from, they use those like really high quality nails that are nice and thick and durable so I can reuse them again and again. Very fun, especially for like a special occasion. So this little case I got from a subscriber business, Stamped and Pressed. I know you've heard me talk about her before. She actually sells these little cases that are fun, and they come with these little pullouts and then these little stickies here so you can keep your nails and reuse them. Okay, so most of these are Nailphoria on here, but these are Stamped and Pressed. She does such a good job. So lots of Sweet Lilies, lots of Stamped and Pressed. Those are some of my favorite places to get the handmade ones. But hi, it's Hope from like a week in the future because I almost forgot to give you my press-on nail application tips. So I'm gonna show you how I apply these bad boys. Disclaimer again, I am not a professional. This is just how I do it after many, many years of putting these on. Okay, step one, I already trimmed down my nails, which my natural nails did have a little bit of length to them, but I don't like when you can see my nails sticking out from under these, like a weird double nail situation. So they're all trimmed. Now I'm going to push back my cuticles with our little stick here because that little baby amount of skin, if that is on your nail and you try to stick a nail to that, they're gonna pop off because it can't stick to skin. Next is probably the most satisfying step. I'm going to buff my entire nails, and I'm not gonna use that cheap little file that all of the kits come with because those are really, really harsh and they will just eat up your whole nail. Instead, we're gonna use a buff brick like this that's a lot more gentle. And this buffs away the oil that's on my nails, and then it also helps get off any leftover glue from my last set without like super damaging my actual nail. Now your nails are gonna look really crusty and dusty, but what you're not gonna do is wash them in the sink with water and soap, because you want your nails to be nice and dehydrated before you put your nails on. So that's where this little guy comes in. I mean, think about it. Glue on a moist surface just doesn't work. Also, after you wipe your nails with this, try not to touch your fingernails with your fingers because you'll just transfer some oil right back onto them. Okay, the next step is you're going to size your nails. If you have a kit with multiple sizes, obviously. I just have a 10 pack here. The sizing's pretty self-explanatory. I will say if you're between sizes on a nail though, size down rather than up, because once again, you don't want the nail overlapping onto your skin at all. Bonus tip, if you wanna like scratch up the inside of this nail to give it a little more something to stick to. Okay, then I'm just going to brush my brush-on glue onto my nail and then stick the nail on base first and push it down kind of at an angle to get all of the bubbles out, and then we just hold for 30 seconds. By the way, you'll notice in this video I'm being so harsh on any French tip nails that are see-through because you'll notice these hand-painted ones not see-through. In fact, most of these Etsy and small business sellers will actually customize the base color to any color you want. If you want it to perfectly match your nail bed, if you want the perfect bubbly gum pink like this one, they'll do it. But that's also why these custom nails are like $65. So my expectations are just really high for a French tip because of these small businesses. Also, as much as I adore all of the Etsy and small business and subscriber business, they are not gonna be in the running for my final top 3 just because it would be impossible for me to pick, you know? So just know that in my heart, these handmade nails are always the top for me. But I wanna give you guys some that you can easily get access to at like stores near you, so. Okay, great. Now I'm just gonna stick the rest of these on. Now for some removal tips. I'm gonna be so honest for a second. I usually just pop them off dry, but you are going to pretend like I didn't say that, and I'm gonna tell you the correct way to get your nails off. Okay, so ideally take them off right after a hot shower or a bath, because then your nails are already kind of moist and warm, makes it easier and less painful. And then you're going to use a cuticle stick to gently nudge up the edge of the nails. And then you're gonna take some cuticle oil, or you can get one of these fancy remover pens that's basically just oil. Put a little bit of oil inside around that edge that you just lifted up, let it sit for a little bit, take your cuticle stick, pull it up a little more, oil, pull it up, oil, very slowly, very gently, and your nails should come off very painlessly, and there shouldn't be any glue left over. There are also methods where you can like soak them in acetone, but I prefer not to do that because acetone is very harsh on your skin. Okay, they're all done. This might be the first time I've like worn a square nail set since probably high school. They're really cute. I love the design of these. Little gold stars and the bedazzles. And I love the base color. It actually turned out perfect. Also, you might have noticed my t-shirt. The What If It All Goes Right tees are back and in such a fun new color. I love how this pink and blue gradient turned out. I feel like when you wear it, you will genuinely feel like you're stepping inside of a Hope Scope video. It's so fun and colorful and just makes me so happy. And this shirt will officially be live on hpfl.store tomorrow. I'm gonna pop up some time zones here on the screen. And last time you guys sold these t-shirts out in like an hour or two. So if you want one, be there or be square. But this might be my favorite one yet. Now that we've talked about the most expensive place that I get some of my press-on nails, let's talk about the most affordable ones. Dollar Tree actually has several press-on nail brands. A few of them are mainly geared towards kids, but I picked up 3 of the most popular adult press-on nail brands. And all 3 of these nail sets were $1.25 each. So it really doesn't get much better than that. Let's look at these Pretty Woman one first. So obviously all of these are like a machine printed design on all of them, which like nothing beats a hand painted design, but these aren't bad actually. Like this one is actually really cute. Okay, these Pretty Women ones, they come with 12 nails. You'll notice that with the Dollar Tree ones, all of them come with 12 nails. So not the biggest selection, but you do have one size nail on either side. Cute. And then there is no prep kit in any of these, so you better have your own glue and nail file and stuff all ready to go. They're kind of giving Kiss nails, I'm not gonna lie, but they are like a 1/6 of the price. These ones are kind of fun because the French tip has kind of like a gradient to it. They're not bad. I'm gonna already say I don't think they're the best of the Dollar Tree nails though, but I think they might be the oldest. They've been around for years. Okay, next we have Lady Bird fashion nails, also 12 pieces, also no prep kit or glue included. Okay, look at these designs. For $1, I feel like that is not bad. Ugh, they are very see-through and very bendy. But the design's cute. Like this ombre with the bow, but I'm saving the best for last. I have to tell you guys about these last ones. I have done a review of Dollar Tree beauty products, and I remember being very impressed by the Be Color products, or Be Pure. I think it's all the same. But the same brand makes these Be Color velvet nails, and let me tell you, I have been wearing these this week with my brush-on glue. This is key. I'm telling you, you won't get this result without this brush-on glue. All week I've been wearing these. None of them popped off. I had to manually take them off. Not a single one came off. Of all the actual nails themselves, these ones are definitely the most impressive. Still a little bit see-through, a little bit thin, but definitely feel more thick, more durable than these ones. And how cute is this cat eye finish? Like for $1.25. I'm so impressed that this is even possible. So they come with the 12 nails. I used my brush-on glue. I did weight training workouts. I bedazzled stuff. I did a whole art craft hacks video, and I'm so impressed by them. Like, that is a good nail. Once again, like most of these affordable nails that are a bit on the thin side, I think they're a one-time wear because now they have chunks of glue on the inside, and since they are a little see-through, they're just not gonna look as cute now that they're like a little bit cracked and gluey. But for that week, I really loved them. So if you see these, specifically the velvet nails, Be Color, the Dollar Tree, highly recommend. Like, they might end up in my top 3 at the end of the video. We'll see. We still have some other good nails coming up. Next up, we have Sephora's best sellers, and they're these two, because this is literally all they had, which kind of shocked me. For some reason, I thought Sephora would have have like a bunch of press-on nail brands and styles, but it's just Glamnetic. So these are the square French tip ones and they are sold out now. So safe to say they are the best selling ones. Once again, a slightly shorter length and square. These were $16 and you get 30 nails, 15 sizes times 2. So that's 2 full sets of nails. And then it comes with, okay, cute job making everything pink. The alcohol pad, nail file, glue, and stick. I don't know, pretty bendy. Genuinely, I feel like those velvet cat eye Dollar Tree ones felt like a little bit better quality than these, which is wild. Average customer review is 4 stars out of 5, which isn't bad, but it's on the lower side. I did see some reviews that say the painted design does chip off. I have had that happen with Glamnetic. I mean, it kind of just happens with any $10 nail that's machine printed on, but I swear these TikTok almond ones feel a little more solid. I don't know if it has to do with the shape because they're the same collection, so that's really interesting. I don't know what it is about specifically the classy French square, but they do feel so wee. Interesting. And that is a con with Glamnetic, is they are not all created equal, unfortunately, because these are great. These not so much. And then these next ones, it gets even more interesting. Sephora's second bestseller is also Glamnetic, but this is the premium quality collection. So same but premium. These ones were $16, these were $20, so $4 more. And honestly, every design in this collection is so stinking cute. They didn't specify which one was like the most popular or hot or whatever, so I went with this Love Knot set. Oh my gosh, I really love it. We've got some baby pink, the pearls, a couple of the nails have glitter, and the bow. Okay, I'm curious if the premium is just for the design or if the quality feels a little bit better. Let's see. Same prep kit as the $16 one. Okay, they feel better. They feel more solid for sure. And I love the nail itself is like a light pink base, so it's not gonna be see-through, which I appreciate. Yeah, those are nice. And those charms are not coming off. They're very solidly on the nail. All right, so I'm gonna say on Glamnetic, I think the premium might be a little more worth it if you're willing to pay the extra few dollars, honestly. Not nearly as many complaints in the reviews about durability, and the designs are really cute, so. But $20, now you're starting to get into like Nailphoria territory with the price, so. It all depends on your personal style too, you know? Maybe you like the more simple designs. We are moving on to Ulta's best-selling press-on nails. Number 1, OPI Xpression collection. This comes in lots of colors, but I went with the one that was the main product photo because I'm assuming it's the most popular. Like, I would think Ulta has kind of an algorithm that picks the color that sells the best and puts that one as the cover photo. Maybe I'm wrong, but I also probably would have just picked this anyway because it's a really cute shade of pink. This is Pompeii Pink. Extra short almond is the length. I don't know that I've ever tried extra short. So these come with 30 nails, instructions, pad, file, stick, glue. OPI in general, I feel like is a very reputable brand. They've been around for so long and people in the reviews really like these nails. They say they're very durable. They like the gel-like finish. These feel nice. Yeah, they're not too sheer, not too see-through, not too bendy. Oh, I'm kind of excited to try these. I really like the extra short length, but then to still have the cute almond shape, you're gonna have to really trim your nails under these, but $13.99, I feel like for that kind of mid-range price nail, these are probably the best. Oh, and another thing about those OPIs, they are made with 94% recycled materials, which is cool. We are back with Ulta's number 2 bestseller, and it's Kiss. I'm gonna give these ones a shot because they're completely different. These are the nail drip line, standout styles, and Ulta exclusive, and these ones have a gel shiny finish on some and then a full design on others, so we'll see. Maybe Kiss will redeem itself with these. Okay, there was a whole bunch of different designs. I'm not gonna lie, this one might be my least favorite of all of the nail drip designs. They had some cute ones that are very like bubbly and girly and summery. Really fun. They were $15.99. We'll see if they beat the OPI for me. I don't know that they will. These come with 32 nails. Your glue, buff and stick, no alcohol swap. Interesting. I'll say they're better than the last Kiss ones we tried, but OPI is gonna reign supreme on this one, I think. They still just feel a little too flimsy and a little too see-through for my liking. But the finish is nice. 4.6 out of 5 stars on the customer reviews, so people do like them. But once again, for that like mid-range, I think we've just seen better. So we have a bunch of Amazon ones to try. I'm excited for these ones because they're all so different from each other. Their #1 bestseller. This one kind of surprised me. I typed in press-on nails and these came up. These gel tips that you paint yourself. They have sold 10,000 this month. GELLA is the brand, and it's specifically the short almond nail tips. Okay, so you get 504 pieces in here, 12 sizes for $9.98. That's amazing. This is the whole kit. You're looking at it, doesn't come with glue, doesn't come with prep or anything. You supply everything else you need. And obviously these are meant to be painted, and I have used them before. One thing that I like about these, if you look very, very closely, they have a texture on the inside of the nail already. Why do more press-on nails not do that actually? Because I mentioned earlier about how sometimes you have to like scrape up the inside so they stick better. This one already has it, but then the outside is nice and smooth, so your polish goes on great. So I personally love these, especially with UV Cure gel. They turn out so good. So if you've been interested in making your own press-ons and doing your own like art and stuff on them, these are great. I actually kind of see why it's #1 bestseller. Okay, next up. I did not see this one coming, but Amazon's second bestseller is Beetles Express Plus. Specifically the white and pink French tip in the short square shape. So you might remember I did that video where I bought ads from every single social media, and one of my TikTok ads was these Beetle nails. I had beef with them because I got the cat eye ones, and like these French tip ones, they come very, very mattified, and then you're meant to get the Beetles top coat, paint on the top coat yourself and cure it, which is sold separately, by the way. This kit does not come with their top coat or a light or anything. And what do you mean you're making me do the work? Like, it just kind of confuses me why they wouldn't just like quickly top coat them all and cure them for you. I don't know. I guess they're trying to mix together like a press-on experience and a doing your own nails experience. It's interesting, but I will say, as much as I was hating on them in that video, by the time I got to the finished product with the top coat and everything, they were nice. They looked really pretty. They're actually a pretty decent nail, especially once that coat is on. As far as like machine printed design goes, does end up looking pretty good, especially once they're done. I don't know, these ones are a little on the sheer side. I personally liked the Beetles cat eye collection better. It came with a whole bunch of different colors, so I would recommend that one over this French tip one, but this is the best seller, surprisingly, the square ones. Oh, and did I mention they're $9.99, which is a great price. Okay, Amazon's third best-selling nail. I have no idea how to say this seller's name. LPOODDNU. LPOODDNU. These ones are a cute pink design. They were $6.99, really good price. Here's the little kit it comes with. No glue. There's literally a slot for a glue and it just doesn't come with it. But you get the pad, herbal nail file, wooden stick, and the stickies. They just want you to exclusively use the stickies, I guess. 24 nails. I am actually kind of impressed. They're pretty see-through. And one of the problems with see-through is like you have to get the glue so smooth or else you see every little imperfection and bubble underneath the nail. So I don't love that. But other than that, the design is cute. I really love the 3D of it. Once again, it's a very like flat 3D that's not gonna get snagged or in the way of anything. 4.2 out of 5 stars, not terrible. I don't mind these. I'm gonna say they're better than Kiss, not quite as good as those NailHaven cutie black butterfly wings we got, but like price point wise, they fit kind of in between those, so makes sense. I can already tell I'm not gonna like these. So these are French Ombre short squared, 8,000 plus sold this month. Oh boy. Okay, so these are $5.99. I already don't like them as much as the last ones. It's a bummer because like I said, I've been trying to find a good affordable pair of those Ombre French tip nails. The same type of prep pack, no glue. Average customer rating is 3.9 out of 5. I think that's the lowest we've seen. Thinnest and most see-through of any nail we've gotten so far. And the print is not good quality. Like when you can see the pixels in the print, that's how you know it's not good. And that is the case with these. Like far away, you can't see it, but close up. I would do Kiss over these. I would say they are very comparable to these Pretty Woman ones from Dollar Tree that were $1.25, but these were $6, so no. All right, maybe our 5th bestseller from Amazon will be better. Modelones is the brand. These were $9.99, 32 pieces. These are already looking a little better. These are short oval. That might be the first official oval we've seen in the video. I like the packaging. Comes with nail pads, sticky dots, glue, file stick, and extra nails. All right, you know what? As far as like a basic and affordable French tip, these might be the best. They're like sheer enough that you'll get a really natural look, but not concerningly see-through. And then I actually really like how they feel. Like a little bit of give, but they feel durable enough. Yeah, I'm impressed by these for $10. Okay, our final nail brand is one that I have been hearing rave reviews of, but I've actually never tried myself until this week. The Olive and June nails. I am actually wearing these pink ones here, and I have to say, I get the hype already. So I opened these up. Not only is the packaging cute, but it comes with 42 nails, glue, nail file, wooden stick, instructions, and pad. So a good amount of nails, and definitely the best size range of nails I have seen. Like these 15 nails are completely unusable to me because they're either way too big or way too small, but on the plus side, that is gonna fit the broadest range of people of any nail set that we've seen so far, so that's cool. Another thing that I noticed right away is the nail itself. I can't even show this on camera, but it is the most impressively shaped press-on nail. The way that it tapers in all the right places. I don't know how else to describe it other than that, but it's just nice and thick where it needs to be thick, and nice and like kind of flush against your natural cuticle where it needs to be. It's so good. The perfect amount of thick and durable, but has a little bit of give with your natural nail. So I've been wearing these all day so far, and I really love them. These are the short round. This might be my first experience with round nails. I think they're cute. I'm gonna try to remember to put a little thing here, and I'll let you know how long they've lasted me before I've had one fall off. But heard amazing things from people. It literally says on the package lasts 14 days. And the best part, they are $9.99. So that's really good. And from what I've seen, they have some cute designs. So I don't know, these are kind of tough to beat. Olive and June update. I feel like I owe you guys one. So obviously it's been a week. And I do have to say, after 11 hours of wearing them, I dropped my laptop on my thumb and it popped off. And then other than that, they lasted about 5 days. So far cry from the 14 that they promised me, but honestly, that's about typical in my experience for a $10 nail set. So I'm not mad, but I have heard people say that they do get them to last multiple weeks, but most press-on sets that you get at stores just don't for me. Handmade ones, I have to pry them off, but the store ones, okay, I have chosen my top 3, and it's kind of like one for each price range. So I think you already know our first top 3 spot has to go to B Color's $1.25 nails. I still can't get over how good those are for that price. Spot number 2 is gonna go to Nailphoria for like 24 bucks. I think they're amazing and their designs are so cute. This last spot is definitely the hardest decision. It came down to Olive and June and OPI. And at the end of the day, I think it's Olive and June for me. For the nail quality, the size range, and the price, it's a good nail. So $1, $10, $25 favorites. Fun fact, according to the bestsellers, almond still reigns supreme as far as the most popular shape. We ended up with 10 almond shaped nails, 3 square and 1 oval, 1 round. But let me know what shape you like the best. At the end of the day, press-on nails are great, and a lot of it really comes down to just the style that you personally like. So shout out to all of the hopefuls wearing the new hpfl.store merch. Make sure to tag me and you might get featured in an upcoming video. I think that you would really like this video that's on the screen next, so go ahead and click it and I'll see you over there.